Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Anish Reddy, Professor and Consultant at Jain College of Engineering, Belgaum. So we will start today the session 6 of Module 5, Manufacturing Control and Automation. So till now we have saw basics of CNC machine, basic program of CNC machine. Also we saw G code, M code, and in last class we saw drilling and operation, a CNC simple CNC part program, and then we saw a side milling program also. In today's class we will be studying the importance of circular interpolation using I, J and K commands. So let's start the class. So in the last class we have solved this problem. Okay, so this is a side milling problem. So what we did was we have used first the radius command with the G02 and G03 combination, and then we have used the combination of I and J. Okay, so here when I'm going anti-clockwise direction, what I was doing is instead of radius of 10 I was using a combination of I and J with endpoints and Z03. So Z03 we are doing for anti-clockwise motion. Here we are doing a clockwise motion, so that's why G02 endpoints and then I and J variable. So in today's class we will be studying more detail about use of I and J, and also K if Z direction is there. Okay, we will see what is the why we need I, J, K, why we can't use only the radius. Okay, so let's start this part. So today's class we will be studying circular interpolation with I, J and K option. So before going to in more detail, let's understand first what is Z02. So Z02 is nothing but circular interpolation in clockwise direction, and if it is anti-clockwise direction we have to use G03. Okay, so what the command says, Z02 x and y coordinate if you are using this plane. Okay, xy plane if you are using xz plane you have to use coordinates of x and z, and then if you are using yz plane similarly coordinates of y and z. So what you have to do is, you suppose let's say you are here, so you have to give the endpoint coordinates, and then first option was define the radius. If radius is not available I have to define ij or ik or jk, depends upon which plane you are. Similarly it is repeated for Z03 also. Only difference between Z02 and Z03 is the direction of motion. So here everything is in clockwise direction irrespective of plane. Here also everything is anti-clockwise direction irrespective of plane. Okay, so let's slightly brush up the older method. So where we are using the radius r. So for simplicity I have taken one half circle. Okay, so let's say this is the starting point and this is the end point of the curve. So and this is the center with the radius 50 millimeters. So what I am doing is just I want to do an operation here. Okay, just to understand the concept. So whatever here is the tool at the start point, it will go in clockwise direction like this, do all the milling operation, and it is will end here. So what we have to use, it is in clockwise direction, so I have to use Z02. Okay, so N0 is nothing but the block number. Okay, so Z02 done, starting and end. So starting coordinates are 0 0 and the end coordinate are 100. So after immediately after Z02 we have to give the end points. So what are the end points? So I am starting from x0 y0 going along this path and ending here. So what are the end points? X in x direction 100, in the y direction nothing, 0. So x 100 y 0, and then we have to give the radius. So what is the radius in this case? 50 millimeter. So that is given. Okay, so this is how we have to use the circular interpolation using radius. Now imagine this circle. Okay, now you have to do a complete circular side milling. So for example you got like this block and you want to do this along this circle. So how you would do? So as per the older command, both starting and end point are same only here, correct? So I'm starting from here. I have to go completely either in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, and then end at the same point. So both starting and end point are same. So what happens as per the old logic G02, let's say if I'm going clockwise direction and end point are x0 and y0, radius is 50, everything is fine. So what the program does, okay, I am at 0, okay, sorry, x0 y0. So what it says, when it will not go, execute the command only because already it has reached the end point, because both start and end points are same. So that's why this method cannot be used in the situation like this. So we cannot use G02 with radius in current problem. So what we have to use is, we need to use IJK with the same combination of G02 or G03. So let's understand what is I, what is J and K stands for. So I have taken again the same problem, the half circle with a starting point 00, end point 100, 0, radius of 50. So what the definition of I says is, so before starting the definition, I am just giving the x-axis as y-axis. This is my 0, so I mounted that complete half circle into this coordinate system. So let's assume I am using in x and y plane. So what I says, I is a distance from starting point of the arc to the center point of the arc in the direction of x-axis. So what it means, distance from starting point of the arc to the center point of the arc in the direction of x-axis. So where is the starting point? Starting point is here. Okay. Where is the center? Here. Okay. So what I says, distance from this starting point of the arc to the center of the arc. So this distance, okay, this distance they are in the direction of x. So this is the direction of x. Okay. So you can see starting. So this. Similarly for y, same distance of the starting point of the arc to the center point of the arc in the direction of y-axis. Now if k is there, that will be distance from the starting point of the arc to the center point of the arc in the direction of z. So at any going time we will be using minimum 2 planes. Okay. So how this is done? So let's calculate the value for first term. So we'll go with the same logic. So what is this one? It is clockwise interpolation. So circular interpolation in clockwise direction Z02. Then I have to define the end points. So what are the end points of this curve? They are x100, y0. Now instead of radius I want to use this one. So how this I became 50 and j becomes 0? So let's say distance, what I say is definition, distance from starting point of the arc to the center point of the arc in the direction of x. So starting and in the direction of s. So I'm going towards my right side. So what has happened? Right side, x is positive. I'm going towards the positive. That's why plus 50. Okay. Now same starting point of the arc to the center point in the direction of y. So in the direction of y, where the coordinates of simple start and center are changing, no, there is no distance. They both are at the same value for y. So that's why the value for z is 0. Now let's take second point. For example, in this point I am taking the same circle, but I have changed the starting end point. So starting point I moved it here. So that is 100, 0, and then I want to move to the original. So your tool will be here. It will go like this in anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So you can see now anti-clockwise direction. I cannot use Z02. I have to use Z03. Okay. So the curve is the tool is here. It will go on moving like this, and this is my end point. What are the coordinates for end point? X0, Y0. Then what is the definition of I says? The distance from starting towards the center, so in x direction. So in x direction, what is this distance? That will be equal to radius. But if you see, I'm moving towards the negative side of x, so I'm moving towards the left, so left side x is negative, so that's why minus 50. Similarly for j, nothing is changing in the y direction, so that's why j is 0. So let's start again our main problem, where we are doing a circular cutting, complete 360-degree cut is there. So and the starting and end points are same. So what the definition of I says? Distance from the starting point of the arc to the center of the arc in the direction of x. So starting are same in the direction of x. Okay. What j in the direction of y. So what should be the equation? So let's say I am doing like this. So it is clockwise z02. Then I have to define endpoint. So endpoints are x0, y0, because I am ending at the same point. Then I50, j0. How I50? From starting till the center. So what is this distance? That is nothing but the radius of the circle, that is 50. And as I am moving towards the positive x, that is plus 50. And in case of a j, start point and the center point, there is no coordinate change in the y direction. So that's why j is 0. Now let's see one more thing. Okay, so in this I am using almost a 270-degree arc. This is the starting point and this is the end point. For simplicity, I have given the coordinates. So starting coordinate is around 50 minus 50 and coordinates are 100, 100. So what should be the point? So I am doing a clockwise motion. Okay, z02. What my end point coordinates are? x0, y0. What is the I value? So you see now in this case, what is the definition of I says? Distance of center start to the center in the direction of x. Okay, so in the direction of x, center and the start point have same coordinates. Okay, no change, and that is same. So that's why it is currently 50, 50, but it is same. There is no change difference. So that's why it is 0. But what happens in the direction of y, that is j, the distance between start and the center in the direction of y. So this distance in y is 50. Why positive 50? Because I am going towards the upper side, that is positive side of the y axis. That's why j 50 is there. Okay, so how it came, I will explain you one more time. g02, I am going in clockwise direction. Then my end point 100 comma y comma 0. So I, the distance between center start to the center in the direction of x. So in the direction of x there is no change, so that's why 0. In the direction of j, in the direction of y, so in the direction of y this much distance is changed, so that is 50. Y plus 50 because it's going towards the positive side of y. Now let's say one more problem. So in this one again I have mentioned some coordinate system. So start is at a point 10 comma minus 28 and it is at 100. So now how you calculate the values for I and j? Okay, so we know, okay, clockwise motion z02, not an issue, and we know the endpoint coordinates. Only we have to define what is the distance between I and j in this case. So to this one I have to made this one, I can take this triangle. Okay, so I have taken this triangle. Okay, where the starting is there. What is the coordinate for starting? 10 minus 28. What is the coordinate for center? So in the x-axis it is 50, correct? 0, radius is 50, so plus 50, and y-axis it is 0. So coordinate of center is 50 comma 0. So let's measure first this direction. So I want to know this distance in x-axis. So okay, so this definition of I says start to the center in the direction of x. So I am going in the direction of x, so this much is my distance. So what is this distance? So I know coordinate of this one in x-axis is 10 coordinate of endpoint in this axis, I know that is 50. So 50 minus 10 will give me this distance. So that is what is wrote here, 50 minus 10. So this is 10. This is center is coordinates are 50. So 50 minus 10, 40. So this is in x direction, that is I, and that is 50 minus 10, 40. And as it is in positive direction, is plus 40. What about this one? From here till this one. So what is happening? This distance I want to know. So what is this distance? That is nothing but minus 28, because this is already 0. So that is nothing but minus 28 minus 0 of, as y coordinate is 0 here, we will get 28 as answer. Now why positive 28? Because it is going towards the positive side of, in the direction of positive side of y axis. So you can see here. Okay. N08 Z02 clockwise, endpoint coordinates x100 y10, I this distance, that is 40, j this distance from here till this distance, so that is 20. Thank you everyone. If you have any questions, you can contact me on my mail ID or you can SMS me. So in today's class we have covered the importance of I, J and K option with respect to Z02 and Z03 command. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe to the channel.